tell me something?
What do you know about Wakanda?
It's a third world country. Textiles, shepherds, cool outfits.
All a front. Explorers have searched for it. Called it El Dorado. They looked for it in South America. But it was in Africa the whole time. I'm the only one who's seen it. And made it out alive.
I can see you.
The world is changing. Soon there will only be the conquered and the conquerors.
Step into the spotlight.
You are a good man
Step into the spotlight.
with a good heart. And it's hard for a good man to be a king.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Hard Way. It's funny because Donovan said he gave me the signal to go as I was chewing on some candy. But anyway, as I try to digest this candy that I wasn't supposed to be eating, I am Demetra K, and sitting alongside me is Donovan, throwing rocks and hiding his hand, Sadiq. As you can see, some of y'all, we are going to be talking about the Black Panther a little bit more. Now, this is like the gift that keeps on giving because there's so many angles you can go. As you guys know, the Black Panther came out this weekend. It said it made over $400 million within a 4-day time span, which is awesome.
And that was a record-breaking
weekend. Everybody, especially Black people, are so ebullient.
Now, wait, let me ask you real quick. Is that in the United States alone, or is that national?
I believe that's national, international. Global rather.
Mm-hmm.
And so Black people everywhere are just so happy. Everybody wants to go to Wakanda. You even have some airports are saying they have flights to Wakanda, which, obviously they don't, but everybody's getting in on the good feelings of it. And people are producing all these songs. I saw a video of this one girl. She did Going Up Yonder. Different. She's made it. I'm going to Wakanda. She wanted to go see Michael B. Jordan,
Right.
And so everybody's feeling really good about this movie. I saw it this past weekend. It's an awesome movie. I didn't have any problems with the movie at all. I loved it. Okay.
Did you go in your African garb?
I did not. I went in my sweatshirt and my fedora.
Yeah, but your dad went in his NOI.
Yes, my dad and the Nation of Islam chapter where they are, they all went, took a picture in front of you. So I posted it, took a picture in front of the Black Panther thing. So, and my dad is 74, you guys. Like I said on my Facebook, the last movie he probably went and saw was Uptown Saturday Night, when it premiered. At the movies anyway. So, he just loved it. He just, just the overall Black pride. Yes. Black people are feeling good about being Black again.
But Tyler Perry's been putting out Black movies for a while now. So.
Yeah, but you know what I just learned today? That Tyler Perry, they actually shot some of Black Panther on his lot.
Okay.
So, big ups to Tyler, because we give him a hard time a lot. Yeah. So, but
he's coming along.
I think what I really love about the Tyler Perry connection with that is that he didn't say anything about it. He said, okay, well, by the way, you guys,
I have a studio,
right? So I thought that was pretty neat. All right. So here we are. So the movie's doing great. Everybody loves it, and they love being Black. But there's some people, that don't love it. Okay, as we talked about a little bit last week, I talked about it on my show this Sunday, but I want to take it from a different angle. Like I said, there's these people in the conscious community, the woke folks, and all this other
Who
stuff.
are the woke folks?
Well, I guess there are people who know more about being black than you do, per se. Let's say you don't.
Gotcha.
You know, they
Gotcha.
know all the ins and outs, the nooks and the crannies, and Malcolm X, and all this stuff, right? Which is fine because we should be woke. We should be aware. However, a certain sector of the conscious community, I like to call them the conscious crabs. Crab in a bucket, to play on words, you guys.
Earn that hate.
That's all right. They just won't shut up about it being not for black people. Disney's making all the money. Why do you guys need a movie to teach you about black pride? Well, such and such has been trying to teach you about black pride and all this other time. All of a sudden it takes this movie to come out, and now this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I got deleted by a conscious crab the other day. You know what this fool said? And you know what? This is going to sound really unbelievable, and I'm not lying, okay? I ain't got a lie to kick it. On his page, he says, because the shooting took place, too, with at the high school. They killed 17 kids or whatever, the people. So he says, well, we need to, black folks, we need to get our black children off the Black Panther and have them go do, word for word, and have them go do what the white kids are doing, because they're having a die-in in Washington.
Yeah, right now they're actually up in the
so they're
state
laying on the
houses
ground,
and stuff, right? And they're protesting up there right now.
Protesting the gun laws. And so he said,
and most of them are white.
Hey, you said it, I didn't. So y'all administer the hate that
I didn't
way.
see today in the crowd. I didn't see I saw a few black people.
You're like little pepper specks of a bunch.
But most of it was white folks.
Right.
And it's an outrage when it happens to white people.
Right, and we're gonna get into that.
Okay.
We're gonna get into it, but so he basically said we need to stop the kids already, damn it, with the Black Panther stuff. Let's go over here and help these white kids and he said go be like the white kids is what he said, and because they're demonstrating something. And so I went on and I said, are you serious? I said, why should we be doing that?
Right.
Well, if you really have to ask, you're pitiful. This is what this Negro said to me. I'm gonna be nice, okay? That's what he said to me. I said, no, I'm really trying to get the reasoning as to why you think we should stop our children from being prideful of being black, that's celebrating a character that is uplifting them in a movie, to go do what white kids are doing. And so then he got all smart with me and stuff. I said, listen, black kids need to do what black kids do, and white kids need to do what they're doing. I said, because truth be told, this gun stuff ain't about black kids. I said, black kids been shooting them up or been dying by gun violence and stuff every day, all day long.
Black Lives Matter.
Right, but then so the minute that it starts happening to white people, then we supposed to drop everything we're doing and go help them. But truth be told, see, this is where I'm going to get the hate. Lord have mercy. White kids have not went and laid down in Chicago or anywhere else when it comes to gun violence. Now that it's predominantly, and listen, the mass murders and the shootings have always predominantly affected white people.
Yes.
So now that is getting, which I don't even know how
you measure that.
Right, but now that is just too much. Now everybody wants to do something, and now people are speaking out to white people. Oh, we hate Trump, and Trump, you're a bastard, and all this stuff, because Trump will not go ahead and do or acknowledge that there's an issue with the gun stuff.
So, in a good example, you're saying like the crack epidemic in the 80s. Nothing was done but locking motherfuckers up.
Right.
Then you have the opiate crisis, billions of dollars.
Right. But we're going to get into that. And so back to this here. So you have the conscious community, or the conscious crowd, rather, like the guy I was just telling you about, are mad at the rest of us because we're feeling good about being black. And so they want to tear it down. Wakanda's not real. Wakanda's fictional. Oh, well, what about this movie versus that movie? Well, how come black people didn't go see this? It's just like, it's just enough. So this is my solution. Okay, because I feel like we could be here all day beating all this into the ground. And I've said this because you tagged me in some ignorance yesterday. And you tagged me to say, look at this ignorance.
Yes.
I basically feel at this point we need to shun those people. And when I say shun those people, we need to say, I'm not even going to acknowledge your nonsense. Because for one, you're not helpful to the black community. You are a detriment to the black community. You are trying to, and honestly, like I got into it with a couple people on my page about this the other day. I said, I have to wonder if some of y'all are agents, because that's the behavior of an agent being somebody who is contrary to the betterment of black people.
Are you sure it's not a Russian?
I don't know who it may be. I mean, I just have to wonder, Like I said, even if it was Jimmy the Cricket that got black people feeling good about being black, why are we mad about that? So it doesn't, because we talked about this. Sometimes a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. So yes, it's entertainment. Like, you know me, I'm not one that's always into the entertainment factor things. I like knowledge. Give it to me raw, give it to me rough. Okay, that sounds like I'm talking about something else. But never mind. Okay, but everybody's not built like that. Some people need to get the information educational or entertainment wise.
Right. Everybody learns different.
Yeah, so what difference does it make? It wasn't like those people were cooning in a movie or doing stupid stuff. Those people, you know how many children got the chance to go see somebody that they've never seen before that represents them in a good light?
And wasn't a drug dealer, wasn't a bank robber.
None of that kind of stuff.
Wasn't a drag queen.
None of that. There was none of that in the movie. But yeah,
I agree with you.
These conscious crabs are mad about that. You know, and it's like, what a lot of these conscious people don't understand is, yeah, you might have some information that's pertinent to what we need, but it's always, we do this a lot in PR. It's like, it's about delivery. If you stupid coons because you like this and you need to do this, I'm going to tune you out. I'm just going to do that, So if you find a way to deliver the information to people and they take it in, then the mission is accomplished.
Yes. However you get it done, by any means necessary.
But we need to, honestly, guys, we need to shun those people, because Marcus Garvey warned us about those people and saying that everybody is not going to make it. Even the people who fake it. You like that? They're not going to, even the people who fake it, just like the Agent 800, which is, he was the first black FBI informant, groomed to take it down Marcus Garvey's organization. And he was successful in making that happen. Yes. So everybody who, pretends to be on your team is not always on your team. Like Public Enemy says, every brother ain't a brother.
Right.
They might come and, hey, but in the back, they're like, shit, let me figure out a way to dilapidate this movement, the Black Panther shit. That's,
I'm going to tell them.
Yeah, right. They're doing everything contrary to the progression of black people. And so we just need to stop giving them attention. Hell, I'm even to the point to where I'm like, I'm going to delete some of these people from my page, because I don't want to see you continuously rant. On one hand, like the question I posed on the show, I'm confused. Do these people want unity or no? But what is it that they're really trying to do here? Because on one hand, they talk about black people won't practice group economics. We're not unified. But then when you see us moving the ball toward that way, well, not that way. I don't want you to do it quite that way.
Right. Exactly.
That's not what we're talking about. We need to do it the hard way. No, let's just do it. Let's just
whatever we can do.
Right, because at this point, if we keep paying attention to those type of people, and as you saw in that post you tagged me in, those people took the posters to task. Like, we're done with you. You're contrary, and that's what we need to do. We need to just start saying, okay, you guys, woke crabs, go get in your own bucket and pull each other down, and y'all can argue amongst yourselves. Because you think about every organization that we've ever had that was about to do something, it was always one of us that brought it down.
Absolutely. It's like when we talk about politics. What do I always say? I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. I'm an independent. My point is, you got to participate. If you don't participate, they win.
Participate, and also to your point about the party affiliation, honestly, at this point, it really shouldn't matter as long as that politician or that political party is helping us move the ball forward. Right. But a lot of times, like you say, we get caught up on the dynamics of an organization, and we can't see stuff we're supposed to be seeing. Like overall, black people are Democrats, but a lot of us couldn't even say why. Right. Oh, because they're for the people. But if you really do it, just not even go really deep.
Mostly because of our parents.
But if you really go deep and you ask yourselves, well, what have they done that illustrates that they're for the people? You're not gonna find anything. You're gonna be like, oh, well, guess they're not really for the people.
Right. But nobody wants to hear that stuff.
But but that's what we've been sold, and we've been told that this is for us. But I I'm not mad at the Black Panther.
I'm not either. I mean,
I'm not mad at it. I love to see Black people feeling good about being,
themselves.
Right, especially in America. Since we've been over here since almost 500 years, it has been extremely hard to feel good about being Black. In order for us to feel good about being Black, we have to say things like, I'm Black and I'm proud, I'm Black and I'm beautiful, Black is great, Black. We gotta edify, or see, other races, not to cut you off,
no.
to hold that thought, other races don't have to do that.
Right.
White people wake up and just the birds are chirping just because they're white. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, that's not true. I'm not talking about on an individual basis that white people don't have issues, but overall, they know that life is a way better for them than it is everybody else. Black people have been told for years that we ain't shit. And so here we have a movie that's out there saying, oh God, you guys are more than the bomb. And these babies are seeing that. You know, maybe they come from a parent or family that don't know how to express that to them. Mm-hmm. So they go see this movie and they're like, really, Mom? We can do that? We've done that? We're this, we're that. Right. And you know what? I'm going to shut up after this.
No, go, keep going.
Every, with the exception of one woman in this movie, every woman in there was chocolate. I'm talking about beautiful brown skin.
How I am. I love that.
I know you haven't seen it yet, but you would love this movie. And listen, Halle is my girl, so no shade to Halle Berry. But
was she in the movie?
No, but the point that I'm making is you get tired of seeing the same old light-skinned women,
European
looking
Negropean.
These women was, man, they were just beautiful, Afrocentric looking, natural hair.
Wait, natural hair?
Yes.
We need to sue them because that's what I talk about on our show all the time.
There's a part in this movie you ain't seen it yet. You will absolutely love. I promise.
It's about me. It reminds me of me.
It reminds you of you in some of the things that you say.
Wait, is it a wino?
Eric, no.
Okay, all right. Is it a pimp?
No.
Okay.
Ike Turner's not in this movie. Okay.
Damn.
But no, you will absolutely love this movie. But that's my solution. We need to shun the conscious crabs. They are not helping us as a people. They are hurting us because they have this ideology. It's my way or the highway. Yeah. If you don't do it my way, then you're cool.
No, there's many roads to get to a destination.
Absolutely. Let's do what works at this point. And
least resistance.
We not only that, but we need to find a way to keep this momentum moving forward. Okay.
But be realistic.
Well, we know we ain't gonna see, no super people flying through the air.
No, I'm not about that. But be
they do
realistic
have the
in our
mothership
abilities.
now. They got the mothership
now.
Yeah,
you gotta have that. Bootsy, Sugarfoot.
I'm talking about the nation. They got the mothership. Okay.
No, but when I say realistic, let's be realistic in our abilities. I mean,
absolutely.
Let's not just be like, we're gonna do. Come on, we're not gonna build no black armies in the United States. We're not gonna be doing.
Well, you know what? Maybe not, but we can move toward that. Sure. There's a lot of things that we can do because, how you look at the Black Panther Party, not the Black Panther, that has nothing to do with each other.
Right.
But they were moving toward that.
Right.
Let's protect ourselves.
Well, no, exactly. Right. But I'm talking about to raise and hold
army. We're going to have to go to Wakanda to do that.
Yeah. Or we're going to have to go underground secretly and do that. But what I was going to ask you is, or what I was going to tell you is, the imaging of black people, like you said, we get this image, whatever else. All you have to do is go into Walmart, go into a local grocery store, and go into the magazine. I used to take my nieces and show them this. Go into the magazine rack area. Look at all the magazines in there. You might see one black person, sports guy, basketball, football.
Right.
Throw that out. We're just talking about images.
Right. You
will not see us. It's always lily white.
It's rare.
Girl. Yeah.
And always... even on some of the black magazines, they have the black women. Now, I think a lot of magazines are starting to embrace the chocolate people. I call them chocolate because I don't like calling people dark skin. Yeah. That to me, that's negative. Chocolate sounds so much more appealing.
And tasty.
I'll let you be the judge of that.
You always liked your dark skinned brothers.
Yes, but you see my man now, right?
Yeah, he's Milky Way.
It's Milky Way. Lord have mercy. But shut up, Pete. Shut up. That's not their business. We are being constantly bombarded about what is beauty. Right.
And beauty is always dictated white, blue eyes.
Yes.
This,
So
that.
when you see this movie, I tell you, there is none of that. There's no.
Well, I heard that part of the movie was like, if you've seen Coming to America, remember when Akeem's luggage gets stolen in the neighborhood? And then they come back to look for their luggage, and Arsenio Hall goes, I think these people stole our luggage. Because everybody's walking around.
Well, that's how you
African
see people
guards.
in the movie,
Okay,
going
good.
to the movies like
Right.
that. You know what? Listen. And then people are talking about that's ridiculous, that's stupid. I'm talking about the conscious crabs. That's stupid, that's ridiculous. But yeah, where was y'all crabs when people going to Star Wars dressed up as, Luke Skywalker and all this other stuff? And, it's like, dude, give it a break. Listen.
Can we have a 5 minutes
It's just
of
fine.
feeling good about
at
ourselves?
least 5 minutes. Can we do that? But we honestly, you guys, because this is just me in general, and I know you're this way too. We need to stop surrounding ourselves with negativity, whether it's people, things, places, family, friends, whoever it is. And that's what these conscious people signify. They're negative. They're releasing negative vibes onto the rest of us. And we got to get good at saying, go over there with that bullshit.
Right. And we really got to decipher our friends from our enemies. And people that, because if you don't know who your enemy is, that's who's going to bring you down.
That's what I told them on my page, because I posted something. I said, on one hand, we talk about not having unity. And then the other hand, when we start to move toward that, is, people have a problem. So the conscious crabs, not all of them, some of them, wanted to try to argue. I said, yo, what I'm not about to do is argue with y'all. Okay. I said what I said. I said, and that's when I went on my little tangent about, I just, honestly, I have to wonder if some of you guys are really agents, because you guys are doing your damnedest to make this movie and the efforts and the feeling that people have gotten from it tank. You will not, the older people used to say, you got some money, it's going to burn a hole in your pocket. Yeah, because you won't be back happy until you don't have any money, because that's how you know how to operate being broke.
Right.
So, and that's what this is. These conscious people only know how to operate when we're struggling.
Well, and it's funny, these conscious people, when you have movies like New Jack City that are showing us robbing, selling drugs.
Right.
Where were they at when
we love seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the negative stuff.
Right. Because you know why? Because mentally, that's all they feel that they are. Now, on the outside, they may project, I'm Akeem and, all these other people. But inside, they really feel like a New Jack City. So when you get these positive images, it's like, oh, I don't know how to really deal with that. Let me go on back over to here where I feel at home.
Right. I was watching a thing that's on the internet called the V-Lab. Have you seen that? V-Lab?
Oh, yeah.
And you see all these rappers and, people that you think would have money. And, I'm looking at this one rapper. I don't want to say his name. And he was an okay rapper. He was down with Death Row. Teeth are all fucked up.
Really?
And I'm thinking, where's the money?
Well, again, when you spend your money on things that aren't important, like to me, health is important.
Yeah, very,
taking care of your teeth. And
No, but what I'm saying is, here you are in this genre of music, and you project to our children,
right?
Oh, I'm blinging, I'm doing this,
right?
Oh, yeah, I got the women,
right?
But the reality of the point is, you're leasing all that stuff on the studio, and you're in debt to the record company.
Right, and those are the things that we need to teach. And now it's funny because I was having a conversation with somebody early this morning. It's weird. I got to get up very early in the morning to get my head mentally on. I have to say my prayers and my affirmations, because I know about 5:30 or so, my phone is going to start to ring.
I'll check in and make sure you
it's everybody. And so I don't really get to do my thing, so I have to do that. But anyway, so I was having a conversation with this person, and they were telling me how their child doesn't get along with their cousin. And they're young. I said, well, how do you not get along
with your family?
Especially so young. I can understand if, you had a cousin, you were older, we have some beef or whatever. And so I said, because to me, that's learned behavior.
Yes.
It's learned behavior. Maybe they're, for whatever reason. And then they went on to say, well, because the cousins are ghetto, and that kind of stuff. I said, well, I think we need to be careful, because are we teaching our children to look down on people because they're not like us? And so it's up to us, really.
Yeah, but that's actually what's going on in America.
Right.
And you see it in our political realm. If you don't believe like me, before it's like, okay, you're a Democrat, Republican.
Right.
Hey, okay, your opinion's your opinion, my opinion. Okay, let's go get something.
Right.
Now it's all or nothing.
Exactly.
And I can't deal with it, so we can't be friends. We can't go to the same church.
Right.
And that's where we're at
teach, but that comes from us. And I think the point where I was going with that is, really, we should be. influential over our children. And so with the rappers and stuff, we need to be able to teach them that's some bullshit. That's not what you see is what they want you to see.
Right.
You will never see them, the Bentley dealer coming back and putting that car on the truck and taking it back to the lot.
Trailer.
You will never see Jacob the jeweler coming and getting his
Right.
chain from the rapper that it doesn't. You'll never see those things. So we need to teach our children. Listen, that's a facade. That's what they want you to see. But this is what's really going on. When I was telling this person as well, is nobody should be more influential over your children than you. Because he was also saying how his nephew, when his sister and husband lived in a different neighborhood, the nephew was speaking, I guess you would say, in Ebonics. Broken English, as people say.
Okay.
Now, these people, his parents are fairly educated. And I said, well, so then they said when they moved to a different school, then he started to speak proper because he went to school with more white people.
Right.
And I said, well, to me, that really don't
that's
jive. It don't really jive only because who should be more influential over how your child speaks than you? He's with you more than anybody. So where is he picking that up at? I said picking that up at. Where is he picking that up?
I didn't catch that till you just said.
Where's he picking
peer
that?
pressure.
It could be. But I mean, we've all hung around people that didn't speak like we did.
Right, no, but also, like you said, it comes back from your parents or how you're raised. I'm going to be who I am regardless.
Right.
So,
I mean, if you come in the house talking about, you ain't got no, this, that, and the other, and you know what I'm saying, and you don't speak like that, you're going to be like, hold on, little boy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hold on.
Exactly.
I get it, that's cute at school probably, but when you come up in here, you're going to speak like you got some sense, Right. So, but yeah, we being, especially parents, we need to make sure our children are seeing positive images because they are going to get out in the world and see some negative things, but they need to be able to decipher for themselves, okay, that's not what I've been taught. I know that's not how things should be over here. And so, as I said, a lot of these children are going to go see this movie.
These visual images, especially for kids nowadays, are very important because if you don't see it, you don't achieve it. I mean, how do you become let's say, a engineer if you don't see engineers?
Right.
How do you become a lawyer if you don't see any black lawyers? Right. You have no aspiration to do that.
And that's the thing, too. I'm glad you made that point because a lot of times, not all, but some people in our communities, we don't take our children to do the arts. Right. And going, like you said, maybe to a space center. Okay, son, you want to be an engineer or an astronaut? Let's go to the space center or a museum or go to the library, Google, YouTube, to get you in that frame of mind. We need to start culturing our children like we used to be because it's not that black people have never been. Hell, we are culture. Right. I told my daughter today, I said if black people were to go to Wakanda or back to Africa, America would be like chicken with no seasoning. Okay, because we are culture. Right. We set the pace and the standards. I don't care what nobody say is non-debatable as far as I'm concerned. With fashion, just music, anything you can think of. So we need to start getting our kids back into embracing the arts. And there's nothing wrong with going to the movies, but there's so much more than going to the movies.
Remember when we were younger, our parents would take us to the zoo and stuff like that. But as we got older and we were more of our own, we would go to the zoo just with our buddies and just to go because we wanted to go and it was someplace to go like that. Or we go to the museum, LA Museum. This gangster, punk-ass bullshit that these kids have incorporated, which is given by the power, these shows that they watch on TV.
Wait a second, ain't nobody rallying behind what is power, just negative shows.
Exactly.
Everybody loves those.
Yeah, it seems like me every time I watch Power, I've only seen it twice. Yeah. There's always killing and shooting it's no big deal. I'm going to keep it real with you, Donovan. I was watching it up until maybe the last 6 episodes of the last season. I said, I can't do this. I only did it because my man was like, because I don't watch it. You need to watch it. It's good. I admit it was good, but it just got darker and darker and darker. And the kids are killing it. Yeah, and it makes it seem like killing is no big deal.
Yeah, I said no more
them,
for
not
me.
Me. You know what I mean?
No more for
that
me.
Thing. But you're right. You don't see black kids going to the black
Did you ever go to the theater?
Yes.
Oh, well, you're a thespian.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
No.
My
mom took me to see Dreamgirls, the original Dreamgirls, Duke Ellington's Sophisticated Ladies, The Wiz,
all of that stuff.
Anytime there was a black production in LA, we went and we saw black characters and theater production.
Right. We need to start doing those things. We need to start culturing
Where does that
our
start with?
children. It starts with us.
No, it starts with a black woman.
Oh yeah. I mean, I took my daughter and my niece. We flew to New York,
Right,
to go see The Color Purple.
See now, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. See now, I just made that statement. Oh, how dare he? Stop talking about what a man is and isn't doing. The first teacher of children is the
mom.
woman. So that is why Donovan holds black women to such high standards.
No, you know what? I got your back, brother.
Thank you.
I got your back.
Thank you.
And I totally agree with you on that. We need to move our children away from the nonsense and the bullcaca that they see on television. Ghost is not a role model, y'all. Whether we, like the show or not.
The drug dealer in the neighborhood is not a role model.
It's not a role model. We need to get our children up out of the house and take them to go do and experience things. Build, like they say, make memories. Go do things. I got a love for the arts because of my family.
Right.
I have two dads.
Mm-hmm.
One is passed now, but they made sure that I learned those things.
Right.
My stepfather,
Experience it.
he taught me about fashion.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Oh no, you got to wear this with that and this thing." So that's how I learned to embrace fashion.
How I loved theater and I became a thespian because of the plays my mom took me
Absolutely.
to see.
It was a normal thing to go do those things.
Yes, and guess what? For you young brothers that might be watching the show or whatever, these young ladies that never experienced something like that, that is a great date night to take somebody out to the theater and then dinner and then
right, just lucky, go do stuff. Go. Hey, all that other stuff is on you.
Yeah.
But that's a great way to teach. I mean, one of my favorite eras of all time, even though I wasn't there, is the Harlem Renaissance.
Yes.
That was the standard for Black people. Mm-hmm. Music, arts, writing, poetry, just the whole enrichment of the culture. That's who we were. And we need to get back to that, embracing those things, showing our babies that we are more than just a, television screen.
And again, how we get back to that is we put emphasis on the Black woman who is leading the families and is the first teacher of our children. It's unfortunate, but we got to put it on you.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate. What about the man? What's wrong with him? Why he can't do it?
Because he's irresponsible and he's running around with his pants off his ass. I'm going to give you an example. Okay, wait. This is a good part. I'm on my way to Atlanta, right? We get to Atlanta. I go, to the hotel, check in, whatever I'm doing, right? We get ready to go to dinner. We're at this hotel or restaurant. I see this beautiful, beautiful sister. I'm talking about just beautiful. Chocolate, just, she probably, what, 22, 23? Body's just, I was thinking if I was just younger, oh my God, just tight. Either she was a runner or some kind of athlete. And she was dressed very nice. Yeah. I'm just looking like, oh, dang. This dude walks up to her. Ass is hanging out completely. Me and another dude look at each other. We're older brothers. We look at each other eye to eye. We're like, what kills us? I go to the brother and I go, he goes, and I was like, how is he with her? Right? And, we're sitting there, commenting. He's like, yeah, he goes, I don't understand how these guys are getting women. So there was an older lady behind us. And she goes, well, what do you think we should do to fix that? I turned to the old lady and I said, well, we got to get these black women some self-esteem. I said, and she goes, well, what do you mean? And I said, if this young girl is going to be accepting of this man, as beautiful this girl is, walking with her, children with this idiot, she has a son, she won't think there's anything wrong with the son's dressing like that.
It also said, no, but somebody has not taught her standards.
Exactly.
Because you get that from where? Your mama.
Your mama.
You get the standards from your mama. Because I tell you right now, my daughter's 25 years old, and the last thing she gonna do is be seen with anybody with a man with his pants, as my dad would say, up off his ass.
Right, exactly. And people don't want to hear this, but there has been a whole generation of these young boys that have been raised by these strong, independent Black women that they think there's nothing wrong with the man looking like that, and it affects our community as men, because then the guy goes, I've been out here looking for jobs all day. Look at how you look.
With your ass out, you've been looking for jobs?
Exactly. And they don't know because they weren't taught that is not acceptable in the real world. So that's where we start with that. We need to see more positive Black images of us in any capacity.
Any capacity. So that's why I said I ain't mad with the Black Panther at all. I mean, they're just, like I said, I didn't see anything negative. There were no curse words. Never heard the N-word. Any of that stuff. It was just, you could take the children to see this movie and it will leave you feeling, I mean, because we already.
Like a Rocky movie, huh?
Yeah, for Black people.
Right,
though,
like
for
a Rocky
real.
movie. Right.
You just felt so, I mean, I already feel that way. So for a lot of us who already feel that way, it was just an additive. It was an enhancement. But imagine if you kind of were struggling with being Black and you came out of that movie, you're like, yes, I'm Black, damn it.
Remember that meme I sent you? About the girl, she had the weave and stuff and all that. She's looking all, Negro-pean. After she saw the Black Panther, she's all into the Black.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. I am telling you that I wouldn't doubt there's some women who are probably like, shit, let me go on and take this wig off of my head.
And what has Donovan always said? Even though I get capsized as a negative, I am really saying, Black women, you're beautiful as you are. To me, there's nothing better. Look at how you got your hair today. But then again, Dee always does Afrocentric hair. So if she puts extensions in, they look like her hair.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with my hair.
Right.
You
have a lot of hair.
I love my hair. I do. It's not always easy to do, but I would rather take an extra 10 minutes or so to do my hair than to. And listen, I'm not letting. If you want to wear a wig, do it.
Yes.
Do it till you're satisfied.
Yes,
whatever it is, do it.
Do it till you're satisfied.
Wear the
BT
wig.
Express.
Wear the wig, okay? Just that's not for me.
Right.
I would rather take the extra couple minutes or so to do my hair than to be, because to me, I agree. I think that signifies something to everybody else that maybe she's not comfortable. You see, you saying it's a mental condition.
It's a mental condition.
But I think it signifies to everybody else who's looking at you. Not saying you should live your life for other people. That why won't they embrace their Black selves?
Just think about it. You go to these stores, look at these magazines. It is subliminally sending you a message that you're not beautiful. This is beautiful. So guess what? I'm going to take somebody else's DNA, put it on top of my head, and I think I look good. And you guys don't see this, but Dee sent me a picture yesterday of her with a wig. What is that? A wig on top of her head? A lace front. And I'm telling you, she looked crazy as all outdoors. As beautiful as she is, as beautiful as she is, she looked crazy. But that brings back another thing. When you're beautiful like that and you know who you are, you don't need all that.
And clearly, I was joking around with the wig, and the part is way down here. But and a lot of people are probably going to get mad, but I don't give a care.
Right.
It looks stupid.
What do you think we're saying?
Ladies. Because, listen, remember when our grandmamas used to wear a wig?
Yes.
We kind of knew it was a wig, but they didn't have that.
Yeah.
They didn't have the part.
Or here's this. And I think this is some funny shit. I saw a girl with a pink lace front, right? She had it on. And you can see her black hair right under like a helmet.
But again, like when our grandmamas did it, they wore the wig and you saw the little color bugs. You're like, that's grandma. That's what grandmas do. She probably got a bald spot right there.
Yeah, grandma ain't down like that
grandma no more. But it was the grandma funky wigs. It wasn't no electric blue, electric slide color hair.
And you gotta remember, when we were coming up, it was the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
So that big beehive hairstyles and wigs, that was out back then.
Yeah, but then, grandma and them was like, okay, it's a wig, but it looked good.
Right.
But to me, when I see some of these women with the wigs, I'm like, why don't you just keep the price tag on there? Because clearly you're not trying to fool us that you're not wearing a wig. Listen, lady, I could see the part. Mm-hmm. It's white. You're brown. Right. If the part is down here, you got the hump with the lace front.
Sideburns are showing underneath the.
To stop the bullshit.
This is why I say they look like clowns, and that's what I point out. If you can afford it and you're gonna do it right.
Do it. I agree with you. I don't have a problem with the wig.
Right.
Do it right. Just care. And to me, that's the equivalent of walking out the house and your drawers are sticking up out your pants. Yeah. Well, I got the pants on. I don't care. make the pants look right. Tuck your drawers back. Ladies, tuck your edges up under the lace front and make it look presentable.
Make it look good.
Right.
If you're gonna go out the house, get yourself together. Get yourself together.
Get yourself together. Right. But that's another thing. And I'm just speaking, since we're on the, I guess talking about images, we ain't talking about the conscious crabs anymore. So y'all get the point about that. But as women, we are supposed to teach our daughters, especially. I'm not saying you got to teach your daughters to be materialistic. Teach your daughters to take care of themselves. Like you say, don't walk out the house and you're disheveled. Get yourself together. You ain't got to have the best hairstyle, hell, but get some water and grease, brush your back, be presentable. Don't go out the house in your pajamas and your slippers and you just look like you 1 o'clock in the afternoon and you done rolled about the bed.
My favorite cousin, Penny and Lang, they're right behind me in age. And my dad, when he was alive, that was his pet peeve with his sister, my aunt. He would not let those girls go out of the house until their hair was done. That wasn't happening.
But you know what, though? I know we're in a funky era right now, 2018, but me and you aren't that old, even though we joke about it. We're in our upper 40s. But we remember a time where women, especially our mamas, boy, get in there and brush your hair. Come on, let me brush your hair. Girl, let me put these ponytails. And your face was clean. We was shiny. We was, we didn't have because, my family sometimes was financially challenged, but we didn't go out the house dirty.
Right, exactly.
Black women took pride and listen, my baby's going to be sharp.
Wait. Wasn't that an episode of Everybody Loves Chris? Remember, what's her name, Rochelle?
Uh-huh.
One thing she didn't want was them boys to go out in dirty clothes. She said, "Oh, not my baby." Remember, he was trying to do something.
But that is how we were. We were that way. It's like, because we knew that our babies represented us. We knew that, and so you listen. And then I could tell my daughter, I even joked to her this day, I said, when we went to school in the school clothes. When you come home, you better get out some school clothes.
Get your play clothes on.
Get your play clothes on.
That's right. That's right. So, we've come a long way from that. But I wanted to ask you a quick question. You have a shirt on.
Yes.
Revolutionary that is
Che.
But where is it actually from?
Cuba. I got it from Cuba. My brother and his girlfriend went to Cuba, and I said, listen, what you're not going to do is go over there and not bring me back a shirt.
Okay, wait a minute. Your brother went to Cuba. He was there for over a week?
About a week.
Okay, you just now brought the FBI listening to us right now. Show's over.
Listen, I don't know what he was doing in Cuba, okay? I wasn't with him. He just brought back the shirt.
Right, okay, good.
That's all I know.
Okay, that's all you know. Okay. But tell us about the shirt a little bit. For those that don't know who Che Cordero is.
So, a lot of times you see people wear shirts and things. They have no clue. They say, I'm wearing a Def Leppard shirt. Oh, you like Def Leppard? No, I just like the shirt.
Rocket.
What do they sing?
Rocket and
Pour Some Sugar
on Me.
Yeah.
Hysteria.
All of that.
I got a bunch of their albums.
Right. It's weird that I don't even know how I know a lot about Def Leppard, but I do. Anyway, I'm not one of those people who are just wearing the shirt because it's cool. Che Guevara, he obviously was he wasn't Cuban per se. I think he was Bolivian. Bolivian. Mm-hmm. But he helped Castro gain
Batista.
Power and overthrow Batista. Leveled the playing field for Cubans. It was a super rich, and then there was a super poor, and they said, okay, we need to level some things out.
And for those that don't know, the super rich were the Cubans that are light-skinned.
Right.
And they had all the land, and that's why whenever you see these Cubans complaining about Cuba, it's the light-skinned ones. Right. Because most of your blacks love.
Exactly. And so, as you said, they overthrew Batista, and they made Cuba,
what it is
today. But a lot of people will say bad things about Che. Oh, he was a murderer and this, that, and the other. But yeah, they did kill people. But what they did was they killed the 200 people who terrorized and murdered 20,000 people.
Right.
So they got rid of those people who were under Batista.
But how can you say he's a murderer and then the United States and the Western powers killed Patrice Lumumba and anybody else that didn't meet their agenda?
Right.
So what's the difference?
And also they being Che and Chavez. Let's say Chavez.
He said Chavez.
Castro. They got rid of the United States. As you know, Cuba had the embargo. People wouldn't do business with them. Right.
The industries.
They got rid of the American influence, all that out there. Plus, Che helped bring the literacy rate from 60 to 97%, which is where it is today. He
the best medical in the world.
Best medical. They got free medical care, education, all this stuff. He also spoke out about the racism in the United States, as far as civil rights things before it was really popular to do. And he did that in other places. And he participated in guerrilla warfare. A lot of times people will say it was, I can go on and on about it, but basically
he's revolutionary.
He's a revolutionary. Depending on what side of the story you listen to it from, some people, Westerners, will say he was an evil dude, but a lot of people say no, he wasn't. He helped people. Dude was a doctor, came from a rich family and was a doctor, and saw the way people were living outside of his influence and says, I cannot do that. Traveled from his country all the way to Cuba on a motorcycle.
Right. And people don't realize this. Castro was a lawyer.
Right.
He was a
so these weren't some dudes who woke up and said, let's just shake some shit up.
Exactly. These were highly educated and rich, profitable people.
Yeah, they had strategy.
Exactly.
Right.
So, and that's what we need. But so we're going to have to keep these people woke. And
right.
So coming up this week, what are you going to be talking about? Are you going to continue your...
I don't know. I never know. But please do come and join us. Donovan will be here this week. The Demetra K Show on Facebook, Demetra K. Follow me, and we'll chop it up, and then I'll talk back to you.
Yeah, Facebook Live, Sundays, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to get this stuff out. You guys, please like, share, comment. We love your comments. I think somebody cursed you out last time.
Yeah, that's not nothing new.
Yeah, these... So... as long as Al doesn't get involved, we keep Al from getting involved.
He's pretty good about that. He knows I can handle myself.
Okay.
Yeah, he says, as long as nobody put their hands on you, we good.
Yeah, we good. And of course, we're going to give a big shout out to Deanna. She's our roving correspondent, and she will be back with us.
She'll be back spring break, and she wants to do some podcast stuff.
Absolutely. We're going to get her on show when she gets back here permanently. Cool. So we're going to be doing that. You guys, check us out again. This has been 2D Hard Way. Check out this thing. We're going to give you a quick clip of Black Panther. For those of you guys that have not seen it, check it out. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Black Panther.
Must feel good. Sitting here comfortable.
What do you want?
Your secrets. Your weapons. I'ma burn it all. This ends today. You need a hero. Black Panther. You need a hero.
Vibranium secured.
Well done, my king.
Shuri is my ride ready.
Of course, big brother. But you have to hurry.
Step into the spotlight. And the crowd goes. And the crowd goes.
Show off.
Step into the spotlight.
Experience luxury performance that takes the crowd. Presenting the all-new Lexus LS 500. Long live the king.
Remote driving system activated.
Wait. Which side of the road is it?
For boss sake, just drive.
Okay, calm down. Woo! Let's go! Hey, look at your suit. You've been taking bullets, charging it up with kinetic energy.
Put around the truck. Ready, go!
You show off.
Black Panther.
You need a hero.
Rated PG-13.
And if I stay the night, yeah, I do alright. I might be coming back for more. And if you're coming back, we must be on the right track. And I'm stepping out for sure.